Welcome to the Master Communicator course. We talk about body language, interpreting others, interpersonal communication, public speaking, debate, and much else. This is a free sneak peek for those of you who haven't gotten the course. I highly recommend it. You can click below if you'd like to invest in yourself. One of the students reached out and he asked how to communicate in a particular situation. So I'll read the message and then we'll go through the notes for that. But specifically, he's asking essentially for conduct and communication in the professional setting. And I'll let you know precisely what he said. The gentleman wrote basically about being not perceived as he would like in the professional environment. He writes, "How should men engage one another in the professional setting? I've been a serious man my whole life, although that is apparently not evident to everyone I meet. I found that my lack of joking and playfulness with others makes them more distant and causes them to disrespect me. Please make this available to everyone." And I will. That's why you're able to watch it. So first, let us consider a few things. Number one, when you're in the professional setting, you really only have two goals. More money. You're at work. You're there to earn. Generally, you'll be able to earn more by getting a higher position, a greater title. So all of your efforts in the professional environment should circle around this. One thing we must understand is that promotion usually occurs from soft skills. Soft skills usually involve communication. How do you present yourself? How do you engage with others such that you can be promoted to higher titles and more money? So we're going to talk about that. But one thing I want you guys to understand with regards to these soft skills and communication is that when the gentleman mentions that he tends to be quite serious and he doesn't joke and play, well, at some level, that's actually good and advantageous, but you have to have a balance because when you get promoted, it's because people like you and you're competent. Notice the order. People like you, namely your superior, your subordinates or your peers respect you and like you, but that superior is critical. Being liked is critical. Being competent is assumed. And sometimes you can even get by without being competent. This is even true in technical positions, engineering, software. It's even true there. So number one, know what your goal is. And always, in all things, know the end before you begin. So every day you wake up, you're going to work. Hey, I'm here to make money. And I'd be wise to try to make more money every single time. What is the means? Well, the means to promotion is to be perceived as a leader, someone above, someone worthy of following, someone who can get the job done. How do I communicate that to my peers and most importantly, to my superiors, those who are the gatekeepers of my promotion? A leader has a goal and a plan, an outcome and a means for achieving it, a roadmap. Also, a leader cares about the troops, which is to say everyone else. You're taking care of the people. They feel that you care about them. You're interested in them. So the gentleman, the student who wrote in and said that he's not very, he doesn't engage in jokes and things like that. He's more serious. Well, how might that be perceived? Well, if you have an environment where a lot of people are joking and laughing and being playful, even males, which I don't find to be attractive or appealing, but if that's their nature, it is what it is, and you're not participating, the question is, if you're not a jokester, how do you recontribute into that social environment such that you're participating and perceived as someone who is interested in participating and cares about the other persons in that environment without necessarily stooping down to their immature or juvenile behaviors and jokes? How do you participate so that the troops know that you care about them? Because when they perceive you to be one who doesn't care, who's not a part of the in-group, maybe who thinks they're better or somehow different, then they start to rebuke you and gossip about you and talk negatively about you, when really it might just root from feelings of inferiority. They think you're better than them, or hell, they might perceive you as actually superior. So that is the question. How do you make sure that the troops know you care? That's what a leader does. A leader also displays integrity and professionalism. Yes, Integrity, you're honest, you're straightforward, you're reliable. Professionalism, you're well dressed, you present well, you speak in mainstream English. Huh? These things are important because if you are to be elevated above them, they want to know that you're not going to play favorites. Your best buddy is going to get an advantage over them. They want you to have integrity, appear fair. So those are the traits that you need to display as a leader if you would find yourself being promoted to a higher position such that you can earn more money. What are the communication pieces that allow that to be possible? Number one, here's a simple phrase that you should use all the time. How are you doing today? You see someone, you're damn near a politician. Everyone in your work environment. How are you doing today? Now remember, culture is important. If you're in an informal culture, perhaps around African Americans or construction workers, whatever the best means of greeting is, use that. Whatever the appropriate language is to ask, how are you doing? Or how you doing? How you feel? How are things? That's what you do. Strong eye contact, a smile. You're always happy to see them. You might be a serious man, might not be a jokester, but you're always happy to see that person. Hey, how you doing today? Every day. Boom, you're happy. How are you doing? We're making strong eye contact. I actually want to know how you are. I'm going to stand there and listen. And if you don't ask me how I am, fine, fantastic. I'm carrying on. Doesn't matter because the interaction's not about me. It's about you. Secondly, this is hugely important. I use this all the time. And remember, a boss, when you go into an environment and you want to be in the boss position, now remember, you have to display the traits and qualities of a leader, of a boss, before you get elevated to the position of a leader or a boss. You got to show the traits first before you get elevated, huh? So every time you come into an environment, especially if it's a closed environment that you will go into consistently, you want to know who everyone is. You want to greet everyone as though it's your building. Hey, how you doing? How you doing today? Feeling good? Great. Fantastic. That's a basic. Here's where it gets deeper. How is, and then you fill in the blank. How is, and this is a follow-up one, your family, your wife, your son. If you know them by name, naming them is much better. How is your pet, your dog, your cat, your hamster, your snake? How is, fill in the blank with a health concern. I'll give you an example. These things are hugely important. Lets people know you care. Oh, he remembers the name of my daughter, my dog. He remembered that I hurt my back. For example, there's a place I frequent, a ballet. And there was a very lovely woman. I'm not going to say her name, but there's a very lovely woman who works there and is always very pleasant every time I see her. And the last time I saw her, I said, hey, how you doing? She says, oh, I think I pulled something. People had some really heavy luggage I was trying to put into their trunk, and I think I pulled something. I got to go to the doctor today. Like, it keeps hurting. I was like, you should definitely go to the doctor ASAP. Your health is everything. She's like, you're right. So then I leave. I come back 2 days later to the same ballet, and I see her. She's back. I'm like, hey, you're back. She says, what do you mean I'm back? I was like, you went to the doctor. I assume everything came out well with your back. She's like, oh, yeah, you remember. Yeah, they told me this, and they said that. And she went on for about 10, 15 minutes. I think it was important to her because I remembered her and what's going on with her, and I prioritized her as the topic and her health, and shows that I care, and like she was on my mind. That means a lot to people. They're going to value you and know that you care about them. Maybe you'd be one who would take care of them. And that's what we all want from our leaders, right? We want them to take care of us. We want them to take us somewhere that's better than where we are today. So how's your wife? How's Sandy? How's your son? Didn't he have a basketball championship? Did they win? How's your pet? I know your dog just had COVID. Do dogs have COVID? I don't know. How's your back? I know you had injured your back in a motorcycle accident. How are you feeling? That's important. How is? Then the other one, this is critical, and I'm only giving you the big things, right? We can't do everything, but we can do the things that are most impactful. What can I help you with? Doesn't matter what my job is. Doesn't matter what your job is. I'm the boss. Even before they gave me the title, I'm the leader. What can I help you with? Walk up, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, great, fantastic. How's such and such? Okay, great. What can I help you with? Yeah, what can I help you with? What in your job can I help you with, even though it's not my job? Because I'm the one who feels like where this ship sails to, I want to help the ship get there. Whether it's rowing or cleaning the deck, whatever it is, I want to help, and I want to help you. And I'm not getting paid extra to help you. I care. I care about you. I want to make your life easier. Remember, as you go through these things and you engage people, you'll get a sense of who's who. Some people talk more. Some people ask for more help. Maybe those are the ones that you tend to not ask, how can I help? You have to choose your battles and choose how you allocate your capital of time, your capital of attention, your capital of energy, your capital of emotion, all of these things. And remember, always allocate toward the top. Allocate more of these things toward the people who can help you and advance you. Do not, this is important, the do not list. Do not complain. Leaders don't complain, especially you don't complain to your subordinates. You don't complain down. You don't complain to those below you. And if you're a great man, you don't complain to anyone. It just is what it is. Don't ever complain. You might say, Marquette, they're not my subordinates. They're my colleagues. They're my peers. Do you want to be the boss or not? Do you want to be the leader or not? Secondly, do not speak sexually. It's the workplace, my dear boy. I know we're in a strange era wherein everyone wants you to know where they put their penis or their vagina. Doesn't matter. We don't talk sexually. We don't talk about sex. We don't talk about politics in the workplace. Okay? That's all there is to it. You don't participate in that conversation. Ease your way out of it when it comes up. Do not be vulgar. Yes, don't curse, don't speak of vulgar topics. You have to have the integrity of a leader, someone to be respected. You're presidential. Do not reveal personal information. If you have ill health, that's fine. Keep that to yourself. If you have a wife who's being unruly and you're going through a divorce, that's fine. Keep that to yourself. Nobody really cares at the end of the day, and they're not going to help you. How about that? And also when you're going through struggles, people tend to not think, I want to help this guy. They think, kick this guy while he's down, or let me abandon him. That's how people react to you struggling. Trust me, it's the truth. Another one, do not gossip. You're sitting down with 3 colleagues. One gets up, goes to the restroom. The other 2 start talking about the guy in the restroom. Don't partake in that. That's evil. And what it will let them know is subconsciously when they get up to the restaurant, you might talk about them. Don't engage in gossip. It's not manly. It's not mature. Also, don't be a hearer of gossip. Yes, show that you don't even want to hear gossip. You won't entertain gossip. Someone says something negative about Bob, say something positive about Bob, or leave the situation. Let it be known that you're a positive person. You want to speak goodness about everyone. And let them know, hey, I'm not just speaking good about Bob, but if you were to leave, I want to speak well of you too. I want us all to have a good time here. We got to be here 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Let's have a good time. How can we work out these issues? That's boss talk and boss thinking, more importantly. Also, don't speak negative in general. Don't speak negatively. We like our leaders to be optimistic. We like our leaders to have vision. We like our leaders to be the ones who paint a beautiful picture. Remember, sell that dream. If you've enjoyed this, you will love the Master Communicator course. It will teach you how to be the best in communicating. I highly recommend it. Why? Because communications is everything. Until next time.